So in today's show, we are talking about Edge and his retirement. Who wants to talk about this? Dom? Dan?
Yeah, I mean, I think I don't think he's retiring yet. I think this is to wet the old whistle, so to speak, for Edge's retirement, which will be coming soon. I think he has one more pay-per-view match in him, possibly a WrestleMania. I don't think it's coming at Payback, and I don't think it's coming anywhere else. I mean, what have we got before? We're away from WrestleMania, aren't we? So maybe that's a little bit of a stretch.
You've got Rumble.
It's his last. It's his last. He said he wanted to finish his career in his home country. We've got a lot of people are saying, one more Edge and Christian run, which could only now, I'm guessing, with the length of Christian's contract, happen in AEW. Obviously, All In is around the corner. The wrestling dirt sheets are already predicting Adam Copeland running AEW with Edge and Christian. I mean, Jeff Hardy did it, of course. With Matt, it's not beyond the realms of possibility, but I think Edge is a sound businessman. I think he will not turn down good money, and Tony Khan has a lot of it. I think we could see a one-off appearance at All In from Edge.
Really?
Or a couple of appearances, yeah. But that said, I do believe he'll end up back in WWE. I am of the opinion that we could see a one-off appearance. It was hinted earlier this week. RVD did an interview that he actually had permission from WWE to appear in AEW, and I'm not saying that is obviously 100% true. Of course, there'll be complications to that. I mean, Jericho obviously talked to Vince about going. I'm not saying it's 100% likely, but it's not beyond the realms of possibility that we see Edge, again, to sell some tickets at all. Not sell some tickets, get some views. Obviously, they've sold enough tickets at All In, but get some views, to All In. And then there's no reason, just like RVD, there's no reason we couldn't see, a talent, like Edge back in the WWE ring before the end of the year.
I don't want him anywhere near AEW. Can I be honest?
No.
His run since coming back has been garbage. Can anyone name a good Edge match that he's had since coming back?
The one against Randy Orton, the best wrestling match in the world at Backlash.
Was that as good as this WrestleMania one?
The Roman Daniel Bryan triple threat.
Yeah,
I mean, it was fine. I just don't think I don't think there's been a standout match for him. Like a lot of people who do return, like Brian Daniels, who's Brian Daniels or Brian or whatever. He's had some incredible matches, both in AEW and in WWE since his return. I don't feel like Edge really has. I don't think he's ever lived up to the excitement that he had. I mean, his match at Mania this year was a hot mess, and I get that there was an injury, but his comeback.
Yeah, that wasn't his fault.
No, it wasn't.
Edge, remember how old Edge is, man?
Yeah.
Right? Can we? He's had a good run for where he's at in his career. A better run than anybody else I can think of in recent memory at his age. Edge is a great. You're telling me Sting's run is better than Edge's? Bull monkey. Yeah.
And I love Sting. His matches have been better.
What?
His matches have been better.
You're wrong.
Because they've used him in the right way.
Yeah, but Edge can still go.
In what capacity? When has he gone in any of the matches?
He can still his Roman Reigns matches haven't been garbage. The matches he had with Roman weren't garbage. The matches he had with Orton, the matches he had with the worst thing you could say about his matches with Orton were that they were lazy. They were lazy. They were
so long.
They were lazy matches. Yeah, they should have done more. They should have / could have done more with those. But everything else he's done has been okay.
What do you think, Dan? Whose side are you on with this, man?
Looking back, the most memorable thing about his run was his return at Royal Rumble 2020.
This is what I mean.
The matches that he had with Orton at WrestleMania and then Backlash could have been a lot better, but that was partly cinematic match, pandemic era matches, which I think if they was in front of a crowd, there would have been hot matches. There would have been brilliant matches. but they did the best with what they could at the time, and there was better matches on the card.
Mm-hmm.
The match at WrestleMania this year in Hell in a Cell probably could have gone down as a great match, but injuries put a spanner in them works.
Mm-hmm.
So I think part of it could be completely out of Edge's hands. It's not his fault that he's had a global pandemic. It's not his fault that Finn got massive gash to the head. But I do think that the run itself, I don't think it's going to be going down as one of the greatest sort of retirement runs in history.
No,
and I don't even think it'll be in the top 10.
I agree. I think it's been hugely underwhelming for the star that he is.
Yeah, in that context, you're right. But still, he's Edge, and he deserves his plaudits, and he deserves his flowers, so to speak. And I think this won't go down as a terrible run. People will remember it fondly, and it deserves to be remembered fondly. He's not made any missteps. Particularly, obviously, his matches haven't been what they once were, but he's not made any missteps. He's not upset anyone. He's put people over, like Grayson Waller, etc. So there are other people he's put over, and fair play to him. And that's just fair. Yeah, that's what I feel like.
It's fair enough. Taylor says Edge versus Finn Balor, Hell in a Cell. I mean, it wasn't their fault. Finn got I suppose it was. Finn got severely injured during the match, but then it was completely lackluster after the entrances, and after that injury. You know what I mean? Taylor says that was good. I mean, I disagree, but you're entitled to your opinion, Taylor, for sure. The triple threat and Roman one-on-one at Money in the Bank.
They're probably the two best matches.
Yeah.
But the triple threat one is probably the best one of his run since returning.
Probably. I'd agree with that out of the ones I've watched. What do you think, Dom?
Sorry, which match?
The triple threat with Danielson.
Oh, yeah. Like I mentioned in the beginning, yeah. I think it was good. It was one of the best ones of his run, for sure.
But I think that's the only match that really stands out to me. I enjoyed Hell in a Cell.
You're just taking my opinion now for yourself.
Why am I taking your opinion?
That was my opinion. You've just taken it. What, 3 minutes later?
No. Well, we're having a conversation. That's the only one that I can.
Yeah, but you disagreed with me.
And I said the rest have been garbage, and that's not your opinion.
You disagreed with me when I said that.
I don't think it's the best match in the world, but I mean, it's a Roman Reigns match. I hate most Roman Reigns matches, to be perfectly honest. They're predictable bullshit. But Danielson was in that match, so he made it more interesting. I don't think it was Edge's reasoning that he was that match was good. There you go. How about
that? Okay.
Finn versus Brood Edge in Hell in a Cell made me hard, says Jack. Really? Me too, sprayed all over the boys. That's what it was. I thought it was Finn's blood that was in my
spraying.
That was a tough one. It was a tough one.
Edge, Daniel Roman, Edge versus Randy. Edge versus Randy was awful, man. That WrestleMania, everyone was raving about that though, but I hated it. Taylor says Sting has had such a disappointing return, should not have gone to AEW. That's absolutely fair enough, Taylor. That's your opinion for sure. I think he's had a way better run in AEW than he had in WWE.
More memorable, more spots that you can go, and you can recall so many different more Sting spots than you can Edge spots.
Yeah, I think so. I'm the biggest Sting fan in the world, and I think Edge was better. Well, Sam, you should be on the stream to argue with me, baby. Sam,
he's very busy right now. He's busy doing well.
I thought he was getting laid.
He's prepping.
Go get laid.
He's prepping.
Prepping what? By listening to the stream?
Yeah.
He gets him excited. Yeah, he gets him excited.
Let's talk about them buttholes again, boys. It's certainly been underwhelming. Him and Rollins put on some good matches, and he and Finn. The Rollins ones didn't appeal to me as much, but there we go. Sting has been great in AEW. He's been a great mentor. He's been getting opportunities to shine. Taylor, I will fight you. Taylor, banned. I'm only joking. I'm only joking. I'm not Diva Dom. I don't ban people because you have a bad opinion on Bray Wyatt. Don't worry.
Oh, wait till Bray comes back. It's all.
Brood Edge is the second best wrestler behind Naked Midian, says Jackie Boy. I think Judgment Day should have Edge in it. He was great in that role. See, that's the other thing. Like the heel turn into the face turn. I think that's part of what's really hurt him as well.
Yeah, I think if he'd have been a heel leading Judgment Day for a little longer, I would have been more into that. Yeah,
I agree. He sort of, because how long was he in Judgment Day? Like 4 months?
I don't even think it was that long.
Yeah. It kind of felt, a bit of a misstep in storytelling, really. Edge versus Cena was the best, along with tags with Christian. And Sassy's talking about his first run there and his and stuff like that. Sting going to AEW is worth it for the no
way.
Ban Tyler and I remix your bum, mate. I'm not. Tyler says, Mum and Dad are arguing. Oh, is Taylor related to Sam? Oh, no, she's not. No. That's fine. That's cool. We are certainly fighting. Thank you for all of them comments. That was really cool. Do we have anything to close on the Edge's retirement?
Just that. Who would it be? Who would you want him to face at the end?
A good question, man. I assume in WWE because I can't see him going to AEW. I guess the right thing to do is to do him and Roman and have Roman retire Edge.
Okay, Dan.
I was thinking someone that you want to be building, and I think a good person to build, and I think would be great for the sort of underlying story throughout this year and last year is JD McDonough.
Oh, okay. Would that be a bit like Kurt Angle's last match being against Baron Corbin, though?
It could be, but you could put JD McDonough in Judgment Day, and you could sort of have a story of Edge wanting to take back control of Judgment Day.
Okay, cool. Dom? What? Bray Wyatt. Yeah, I don't see why not, man.
No.
But Bray's missed his opportunity to have the big return the first time round. I think that's, it's not arguable. I think one of the only ways, because he certainly can't go back into a feud with Roman straight away, if ever at this point, and anything else would be, the only person that would potentially not look. Okay, so if Bray's still in the same situation with the Uncle Howdy stuff, the only person I think could make this work on his way out would be Edge.
I think there's others, but yeah,
to make it work, because it's not worked. And I believe it would be Edge. The only thing, I think
Edge would properly get into it, and I think that's what Bray Wyatt needs, someone that gets proper invested into it. And while I think the match would be absolute hot trash, I think that the build would be fantastic, and it'd be something that I'd actually be searching for on YouTube to watch the segments. I think.
Sassy has just put a good idea in. Fight Dom Mysterio.
Oh, nice!
Because we still haven't had the blow off from being kicked between the legs.
Yeah, that's really good, and that obviously brings it round to Judgment Day, puts over a new talent and stuff like that. But the interesting thing is, I mean, I get where you were coming. I think Bray needs someone to put him over at the minute, so I think it's a really good idea. You saying JD is an interesting one, and I wanted to bring it back to that comment I made about Kurt Angle and Baron Corbin. Did Baron Corbin get anything from beating Kurt Angle in the long term?
No,
nothing. You know what I mean? So was that a waste for Kurt's last match?
I think people didn't like the fact it was Baron Corbin who was thrown into that position, and WWE, with the Vince booking, just didn't know what to do with Baron Corbin after that. And I think if you're using JD McDonough, you've got the Judgment Day story. If you're doing Dom, you've got the Judgment Day story to keep them going forward. And I think out of the two, I think Dom is a better call for it because of how much heat he's got at the minute. If you did a match, say at the Royal Rumble, you could have Dom throw Edge out, and then WrestleMania, Dom versus Edge.
Good booking, lads. Well done. That was cool. Thank you very much. I think that's like you, man. I don't see this as Edge's retirement. This is just it might be his last match on SmackDown, which is fair enough. And if he's done that on his tape, I don't think he's off to AEW though. I think he's still got matches left in his contract in WWE. I think they're just having us on to make us think stuff and talk about Edge before he comes and attacks someone the week after All In. There we go. Cool. Let's carry on here. Let's go through a few more. Oh, we're little. We got bigger. Eat me.
Tiny.
Me.
Tiny people.
Thank you so much. Let's crack on with the stream. Let's carry on. Guess what we're going to now, lads?